I looked at him like a vegetable. He couldn't speak, hand twisted, mouth twisted. And I told the wife was running, hey sir, help us. I looked at her and I began to pray. And the Lord said, ask them who is Jonathan. I said, who is Jonathan? Oh, it's my son. Oh, 9-year-old boy came. I held his hand and prayed. I said, Jonathan, what did you do to daddy? He paused. Sir, not be only me, mom me join. I was in Okbila during December to enter the new year. There was a crusade that was done in Okbila. Some of you are aware of the crusade. I was entering, okay, that's the crusade there. I was entering or coming down from my car. A lady, well dressed, walked towards my car. Please sir, speak a word. I now said that in 7 days, whoever is holding you and stopping you from settling down will die. I just whispered that and I continued what I was doing. I was coming down again, she was still by the car. I whispered that to her and I entered the car. Now this is what happened. She got home, her mother was eating food. So she said, Mommy, wow, this pastor not get patient. So I struggled and I met him. I was trying to explain some things to him. He's telling me that in 7 days, the person that's stopping me from getting married would die. As soon as the mother heard it, the spoon fell. The mother said, you look eye. If they joke, I be serious. He said, serious now? He said, person will die. You look eye. In the joke, I be serious. He said, serious? He went to, it was a group of people that invited me, went to one of the organizers and narrated to them. And they repeated. And I said they should say that please, 7 days I've started counting. 1 day is already gone, remains 6. To cut story short, while we were getting to the fifth day, a boss, a what? Boss. They brought a boss from that place and came. I saw them in a group. When they came, the mother began to confess. She had stopped because she trained her daughter and the husband died, which is the father of the girl. And she knew that if she allowed the girl marry, the girl will spend, the girl got a good job working with Boa. If you allow the girl marry, the girl will be spending all the money on the husband. So she tied the marriage. Diabolism and occultism. Diabolism and occultism. Diabolism and occultism. It can contain the prophecies. It can contain spoken word. It can contain. Am I talking to somebody here? A man was brought from VI in Lagos, Victoria Island. Good banker. He was a great guy. He had a financial institution which he started by himself. And the guy was brought down to Fuga and he was dying. He was dying. He was dying. He was like a vegetable. He couldn't move, or just like that there. And we were told to pray. And they came with his picture. While I was praying, the Lord said, go there. I said, this one is Woko. The Lord said, go there. So I drove there. When we got there, I looked at him like a vegetable. He couldn't speak, hand twisted, mouth twisted. And I told the wife was running, hey sir, help us. I looked at her and I began to pray. And the Lord said, ask them who is Jonathan. I said, who is Jonathan? Oh, it's my son. Oh, 9-year-old boy came. I held his hand and prayed. I said, Jonathan, what did you do to daddy? He paused. Sir, not be only me, mom me join. I said, Madam, come. And they began to confess. And the boy said, now only one vein I collect. I said, vein? What do you do with the vein? He said, for there, with the use and flog latecomers. To flog latecomers. And the man was lying down. This is occultism and diabolism. Witchcraft is real. Charms are real. But there is a power we possess. He said there is no enchantment against Jacob, no divination against Israel. Am I communicating here? There's a power we possess against enchantment, against spells, against divination, against astrologers, against necromancers, against stargazers. Sir, I came to exercise that power. I came to execute authority. Every spell working against you, every enchantment working against you, every astrologer working against you, today their power is cancelled. Take your seat. 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 Occultism, diabolism. Occultism. A Christian cannot be a witch, but a Christian can be bewitched. A Christian cannot be a witch, but a Christian can be bewitched. Galatians 3 verse 1. Who has bewitched you? Oh foolish. So when somebody is bewitched, they start behaving like a fool. There are some decisions you take that are a product of bewitchment. Decisions that you take that are product of, and can I shock you, those decisions always appear good in your own eyes. There are decisions, erratic decisions that you take. Decisions that you take. Look at David. David just woke up one day and something said to him, he should count all the men in Israel. He should count them. And God was angry. He counted the men in Israel and God was angry and there was a famine in the land. The Bible says because he numbered Israel. What is wrong in census? The truth is, God was not angry because David counted the men. God was angry because David counted on the men. God was not angry because David counted the men. He was angry because David counted on the men. What does that mean? Men in those days are symbols of protection, symbols of defense. The more men you have as a nation, the more eligible armies you have. So David numbered them so he could know how many defense warriors he had. And by doing that, he lost sight of God's capacity to provide, God's capacity to preserve, God's capacity to exempt, God's capacity to fight. So God said, you number them so you can now depend on them. I wish I'm talking to somebody here. I wish I'm talking to somebody here. There are places you enter and they like you, and somebody gets angry and does something, and those same people don't want to see you. Sir, something has been done in the spirit. I am telling you, I've been preaching for a while. I've been preaching for a while. Some of you, they removed 37 years from your age. There's nothing left. Are you following what I'm saying? That's why the microphone is not shaking. I've been holding it for 37 years. And I can tell you that there are people today, it's like a movie. The way their life is going, somebody is doing something. Luke chapter 7 verse 32. Luke 7:32. Luke 7:32. Are you ready to pray? So, look at this. Look at the screen. 1 to go. Sitting. Okay. The Bible says life is a marketplace. Is that true? Now, ladies and gentlemen, what do you do in marketplace? You buy and you sell. If you are not buying, but he's saying that there is a third category of people that come not to buy or sell. All they come is to blow whistle. They are not buying, they are not selling. All they come is to pipe for somebody to dance. You are seeing somebody dancing a dance of failure, a dance of poverty. You don't know why. Somebody in secret is piping. Your husband just wake up and is dancing a dance that is leading towards divorce. Somebody is piping. You see people weeping behind, somebody is mourning. You don't know why all of a sudden, no favor, rejection. Anywhere you enter, people turn their back on you. Somebody is piping. You used to be very appreciated. You used to accelerate, do things easy. Now it has become cumbersome and hard. You discover there's this hatred from people, from neighbors, from friends, from colleagues. Somebody, are you ready to pray? A great man of God, a great man of God, great man of God. His church was not growing. He began to fast. He's a man of God today that is one of the greatest fathers of faith. He built the first university. He has built the second university right now. This man's church wasn't growing, so he decided to fast. He fasted for 100 days. On the 99th day, he was walking around the church and he saw darkness covering the church. He commanded the darkness to be lifted. The next Sunday, 66 people came for the first time. And he asked, one of the ushers asked them, we know they do program. We are not doing anything. How now come? They said, because you people change your church from white garment to Pentecostal. That's why we came. I'm not against white garment churches. Because you turn your church to white garment, from white garment to Pentecost, meaning as people were passing, they were not seeing people on suits. They were seeing everybody white garment. Woli, 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 woli. They were seeing woli, woli. Satan changed because of a diabolic operation. Satan changed their identity before the world. Am I communicating now? Many of you are not aware that what is happening around you now is an occultic practice, especially when you are that person that seems to be doing better than everyone in the family, especially when you are that person that seems to be doing well. There is an occultic practice. Many of you are not aware. If we come to your house now to conduct prayers to cast out demons, what will come out of your children will shock you. What will come out of your children will shock you. A pastor's wife, general overseer, pastor's wife, was dying. They brought the lady. She couldn't talk. When they lay on the ground, I had to stoop to put my ears to her voice. The Lord said, pray. And I lay there. I was angry. I was praying, thinking that as a man, with the anointing on my life, as a man of God, she must be well. You can't bring her here and she go like that. God called me. I'm an apostle. God said, cool down. Better cool down there. And lay hands on her. Come out there. God said, shut up. I've told you, when cases are brought to you, ask me. She is a witch. Yeah. Jesus Christ. How do I say it now? Man of God. I said, Jesus, how do I say this now? I said, sir, it's like there's witchcraft. How can I just say you are a witch like that? It's like witchcraft. There's some symptoms of. The Lord said, that's not what I told you. She is. So I said to myself, well, whatever was to happen, let it happen. I said, ma, with all due respect, the Lord said you are a witch. She couldn't speak. She nodded in affirmation. The husband said, We stooped and she began to confess. She said, this sickness on her is supposed to be for her husband. That in the coven, everybody submitted their own. But when it was time for her to bring her husband, she did not say, because her husband is too good. So she was told to carry it. The man was still crying, hearing that she's a witch. Apostle, what can we do? Can't we cast it out? Can't we? That's how much unconditional love. It was her husband. She said no. There are some men that are so wicked, even before they get to their wife's turn, they will volunteer. They are so wicked that before it gets to their wife's turn to collect their job, they will volunteer. I'm talking of how life is spiritual. I wish I'm talking to somebody here. I was sitting down with my biological father one time, and he said, Apostle, elections are held in the spirit. I was looking at this man and said, this old man, what is wrong? Is he losing his brain? Election that will stand on the queue. We will carry PVC. We will go to ballots. He said, elections are held in the spirit. I said, okay. You know, when they're in that generation, There are some things you just say, He began to explain to me. He said, and it's true, in this town is the only one that has done a zero-party election. An election, nobody could oppose him because it was too overwhelming that he was going to win. I don't know if you understand what I'm talking about. It's like you put delegates, you put 15 delegates, the 15 stood by him. You went to the party, it's only him, they stood by. So it was a zero party. It's like just take and go. Because at his younger age, he used to pay tax for people in Auchi. Elderly women would be in the farm because tax collectors will come to your house to collect tax. So people will go and stay in the farm. They don't come to town. So you'll be going from house to house as a soldier, then paying for people. And that's when they prayed for him that he was going to have a son that would take care of him in his old age. That's another story for another day. Now, my father said to me, everybody stood by him except one man. The man said he will not win. The man was not contesting. The man was not a politician. The man was a deity, an ancestral deity. The man said, I don't like you, you will not win. My father ignored the man. After all, you are just one vote. If only you vote against me, I will still win. And the man said some things to him, and the things he said happened. Oh boy. And the man said, let me think about it. And the next day the man said, last night when they brought up the matter, I told them I've forgiven you. You will win. And told him the number of votes that he was going to get. Election came. Not only did he win, it was that number of votes. The man was not working with the electoral office. He was not working with the electoral office, but the man was spiritually seated in the control room. I'm talking about the spirituality of this you think are natural, the spirituality of the things you think are ordinary, the spirituality of the things you take normal. Some children, first, second, 5, 6, none of them doing well because somebody is piping. Who is ready to pray? Be upstanding right now. If there's a man to pray, listen. Are you ready? Look up. Look up. Father and mother comes from abroad with passports in their hand that they want to relocate their children, so they're about to put in for them so that their children can get visas to help them. But there is one of them that didn't come with the passport, and the girl is crying. They say all of them will go, but this girl cannot go, so they will settle and they will empower her so she can do something here. I'm like, why? It won't take you anything to put in her name. They say, Apostle, you don't understand. Just pray on the passports. I said, why? They said, this girl is our daughter, but she does not appear in photographs. I said, I don't understand. She does not appear in photographs. I was in the phone. Not appear in photographs. I said, they brought their family photos where all of them stood. You will see a vacuum. Say, that is the girl. Where she stood, there will be a vacuum. And you know me, in my nosy and busybody, I like experiments. So that when I'm talking, if you're arguing, I will stand my ground. I call my secretary, I say, come. All of us stood. No, she stood first. I said, snap. He snapped. Don't say anything. So I now say, okay. I called, one pastor was there. The pastor stood. We stood, and I stood. We snapped. I saw the pastor. I saw 2 other people. I didn't see her. I said, everybody come. Everybody stood. We were like 11. They snap. So I now said, the 2 phones have problem. My phone is anointed. Carry my phone. We put everybody. Oh boy. Not be my phone, no. Slap. I know this sister. She could not do a youth service. She could not do anywhere passport photo is needed. She is disadvantaged. I say, yeah? Sir, you think that's natural? there are people facing contention and they are physically trying to explain. I understand. It's because it is spiritual. When the spirit of the ruler rise up against you, leave not thy place. For yielding pacified great offenses, there is a spirit of the ruler. We will lift up our voice for 10 minutes and tear down kingdoms, and tear down territories, and tear down locations, and tear down everything that is standing between us and the place of our destiny.